Public Library with the Urban Fiction Experience 2022. And I'm here with none other, Hakeem Stokes, the author and artist. Hey, Hakeem.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Indeed, very pleased to be here.
Thank you,
It's
thank
an
you.
honor and a privilege.
Oh, thank you so much. Ooh, I love your bracelets, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Did you make them?
Of course, of course.
Okay, all right.
Do all forms of artistry.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yes, and first of all, before I even go into his why he's here today, Hakeem has had his artwork displayed in our art gallery for the whole month of May. If
Indeed.
you missed it, you missed a phenomenal exhibit. I
Mm.
mean, it's very vibrant and colorful.
Thank you.
It's pretty. It was so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the library has been brighter ever since.
Thank you.
So he's here for the urban fiction experience.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your pen game?
Well, I write from life. I try to write from all angles of life, different perspectives, different experiences that I may have had, or different experiences that folks that I come in contact may have had. So I may live life through them
Mm-hmm.
into the work that I do. So everything that I do is based on reality. It's loosely based on reality. It's not too much fiction. You know,
Okay.
it's like fiction-esque,
Mm-hmm.
but the twist is it's life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I try to keep the perspective. It's not all fantasy. A lot of folks you hear fiction and you automatically think, oh, it's just all no. A lot of it's not made up. I mean, life is real as it gets. So you know, it's
Yeah.
definitely reading my literature is like literally reading a reality show.
Mm. Mm. How many books do you have published up to this date?
I have two novels.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 books of poetry,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 2 books of nonfiction.
Okay, okay,
So it's eight works altogether.
okay. Are you working on anything now?
And oh yeah, and actually I did a collaborative with the young man that you previously had up here, Keith Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
He has an excellent pen game as well, and Raheem Gibbs.
Okay.
That was my first anthology, and definitely won't be the last. It was definitely wonderful working with those 2 authors.
Mhm.
Actually, I think Raheem, this may have been his virgin effort, so he's definitely not a virgin anymore as
Cool.
far as pen game goes.
Mhm.
And he did an excellent job for the first time out. But I'm actually working on, because I'm primarily a romance novelist,
Mhm.
and there's also different elements in the novel.
Mhm.
The overcast is romance, but there's also different elements. Like I said previously, I write about life, so it's not all about flowers, cars, and candy. There's also other things going on in life that you have to deal with, not just your relationship. So the latest book that I'm working on is slated to be out the beginning the first quarter of 2023,
Mhm.
God willing. And it's primarily about relationships, and there's 3 relationships going on in there. Just to give a tidbit, there's one relationship that is, you know, birds singing, flowers growing, and you just having a lovely day, lovely experiences going, you know, pretty much the way of a wave. And then the second relationship has a lot of bumps and bruises, a lot of heartache and pain. And the third relationship is pretty much just passing by, passing through the night. And I wanted to tie all those relationships into one another. And I believe I did, or I believe I am, because it's actually not completed. But they're helping each other cope with their relationship from whatever standpoint it is. And so there's a lot of interesting little nuggets in there. from each relationship perspective, from each person that's in the relationship, not just one-on-one, but the person individual that's in the relationship, and it tells of how they came to be in that relationship. So a lot of times, and not just in this not just in this book, but in a lot of books. I mean, and not just in this book, but in life. Sometimes you're just with somebody out of convenience, and sometimes you're with somebody because you're afraid to be with anyone else. You're like, oh, I already know I know their flaws. I don't want to get to know anyone else's flaws. I don't want to get to know anyone else. You know, I don't want to get to know anyone else. I already know this person, so I'm going to stick with this person, and you become stuck with this person, but it's voluntarily. So you can always do better if you want better.
So that's going to be an interesting read.
Indeed, God
That's
willing.
going to be deep. Did you get the cover made yet?
Not yet. I'm still. Actually, I did complete the artwork. I did, because all of my covers, I picked the models for the 2 novels, and all the books of poetry, as well as the nonfiction. I also did the artwork on there as well. So everything is under the umbrella of Asafale Books, AsafaleBooks.com, Asafale Books everything.
Okay, so what does the word asafale mean?
Asafale, actually, the proper definition is the hardest substance known to man. And I'm from South Philadelphia. Growing up there, you had to be hard, you had to be tough, but there were also like everything. It's a little rough around the edges, always related to candy. Like, you know, like M&Ms, you might have a hard candy shell, but inside soft and gooey. So, you know, there's different aspects or different perspectives of South Philadelphia. There's the beautiful, there's like a beauty and the beast type of relationship. So thanks to my mother, she always showed us the lighter side of not just life, but our neighborhood, our community, and she pretty much made us not be stagnant. She was like, just because you're from here, you don't have to stay here. You can always branch out. It's important to branch out. I believe it's important to be relevant on all levels, not just on one level. A lot of folks just, you know, if that's what you like, if that's what you prefer, great. I don't. I like to do a plethora of things. And thanks to my mother, she definitely challenged us and let us know at an early age that you can do anything that you put your mind to, you study, you put forth the effort, and because you want to do it greatly. You don't want to just do it. You know, you want to do it greatly. So you definitely got to put in the work, the effort, the training, the study, the research, or what have you, so you could do it greatly.
Mother was a great woman.
Amen.
Yes.
Definitely.
So we can check your new work out, which is called.
Oh, I don't have a working title for it yet.
Okay.
But the latest one is the King's edition
Okay.
of Sticky Situations. That's my latest book, the collaborative with Keith Kareem and Keith Kareem and Brahim Biggs. That's right now. That's my latest effort. But this other one will soon be coming in the coming year. Yes, ma'am. Definitely in the year. I definitely look to drop that beginning the first quarter of 2023.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
I
My pleasure.
appreciate you coming away from Philly. He's from Philadelphia, y'all. Please follow Haikeem Stokes. What's your handles, baby, on social media?
Haikeem Stokes. That's on Facebook. Haikeem Stokes. And Instagram, Twitter, everything else, I'm under Asafale Books, ASOPHILABOOKS. And you can also go to my website, asafalebooks.com. And just follow me. I try to post as much as possible. And any new thing that I'm doing, I usually put that out. I definitely put out my perspective I put out different quotes, and I just try to keep it light. There's a lot of seriousness in this world, so I try to give you a lighter perspective and positivity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege doing this. You're a wonderful
Yeah.
person. I thank you for putting all this together and making everything possible. Thank you very much.
I will be getting the bracelet soon, y'all, too. All right, I'm out.